Buffy gets therapized. Ow! Way back in 1997, this show was predicting catfishing in online dating. What warnings does it have for us to explore? Mended light. In season 1, episode 8, iRobot You Jane, Willow falls for an online paramour. A suitor, if you will. What she doesn't know is that he's a demon. Yeah, he's a demon that was trapped in a book, and then the book was scanned, and when it was scanned, he was transferred into the computer. So there's literally a ghost in the machine. But what I want to look at is some guidelines for how much of yourself to put out there when you're getting to know somebody online, and how you know if who you're talking to matches who they actually are.
Willow, hey, wait up.
Oh, Buffy, I didn't even see you.
Or hear me. What was up last night? I tried your line like a million times.
Oh, I was talking.
Talking to... Okay, that's it. You have a secret and that is not allowed.
Why not?
Because there's a rule.
That's a good reason.
Well, I sort of met someone.
I knew this is so important. When did you meet?
Last week, after we did the scanning project in the library.
Does he go here? What's his name? Have you kissed him? What's he...
I love that Willow has a picture of her and Giles just being besties in her locker.
Are a thing of evil for not telling me this right away.
Well, I wasn't sure there was anything to tell. But last night, we talked all night. It was amazing. He's so smart, Buffy, and he's romantic, and we agree about everything.
And this is the story of how I met your demon.
I don't know.
What's his name? I don't know. Zool.
So you've been seeing a guy and you don't know what he looks like. Okay, this is a puzzle. No, wait, I'm good at these. Does it involve a midget and a block of ice?
I met him online.
Online for what?
You don't really say midget anymore, Buffy.
Morning, kids.
Miss Calendar, so cool.
Buffy, are you supposed to be somewhere?
No, I have a free.
Cool, but this is lab time, so let's make it a nice short visit, okay?
Sure.
She would have been a good teacher. She's cool. She's chill.
He's so sweet.
He's a sweetie.
What should I write back?
So part of this demon's charm is that he gets people to love and adore him.
This cool pen pal, but don't you think you're kind of rushing all into this? You know what I mean?
I'm thinking of you too. No, that's incredibly stupid.
Will, down girl. Let's focus here.
It's not, though. It's a good response.
Oh, see, I knew you'd react.
Someone you know and are dating.
What? I just want to make sure you're careful, that's all.
Oh my gosh, I remember when web videos looked like that.
Than you think.
So Buffy's warning, he could be different than you think. I mean, we know all about this today, but man, this was ahead of its time. This was like at the very beginning. This was breaking headline news stuff when they made this episode. How important it is to recognize that anyone you interact with online, you're interacting with a carefully controlled presentation. By that, I mean, okay, confession, I have done any number of therapy sessions since the pandemic, virtually online, and from here up, I'm wearing a polo, and from the waist down, I'm wearing basketball shorts and socks. Not professional at all, but they don't see that. Why? Because they see exactly what I'm wanting them to see. I've also had any number of therapy sessions where the space that they see on camera is clean, and just off camera is where I just pushed everything else, right? We present online how we want to present, from our dating profiles to what we name ourselves to what pictures we choose to post and how we interact when we're on camera. This is why it's so important, as Dr. John Van Epp says in his book, How to Avoid Falling in Love with a Jerk, that to truly know somebody, you need talk, togetherness, and time. The middle one being togetherness, which is being in the same geographic space, being in the same room, being in the same car. You want to see them in different contexts, in different relationships, interacting with different people in different circumstances, and see if who they actually are matches up with who you think they are. Otherwise, you're going to get catfished.
His name is Malcolm Black. He's 18. He lives in Elmwood, which is about 80 miles from here, and he likes me.
Short, tall, skinny, fat.
Why does everything have to be about looks?
Not everything, but some stuff is. I mean, what if you guys get really, really intense and then you find out that he has a hairy back?
Well, no. He doesn't talk like somebody who would have a hairy back.
How do people like that talk?
Stuff doesn't matter when you really care about each other. Maybe I'm not his ideal either.
Hey,
Easy, Willow.
to make sure that he's good enough for you. I think it's great that you met.
First of all, to anyone who's watching this today who has a hairy back, I'm sorry that the show insulted you and for the persecution you've endured your entire life. I'm saying this in a joking way, but also in a serious way. Any type of body shaming, any type of insecurity because of something about you deserves to be met with compassion. I'm not criticizing the characters or the writing. They're teenagers in the 90s. I was there. It was actually a lot meaner. I am just saying, since we're talking about mental and emotional health, however you are is already good enough.
Guess who?
Xander?
Yeah, but keep guessing anyway.
Xander.
Oh, I can't fool you. You see right through my petty charade. We going to the Bronze tonight?
Not me. I think I'm gonna call it an early night.
Oh, Malcolm, right? Yeah, I heard. But you're gonna be missing out. I'm planning to be witty. I'm gonna make fun of all the people who won't talk to me.
That's nice. Have a good time.
She certainly looks perky.
Yeah, color in the cheeks, bounce in the step.
Xander only cares when
It's not healthy.
she's not giving him all her attention.
Oh, probably not. You probably have some vampire slang or some lame endeavor like that, don't you? Everyone deserts me.
Oh, stop being such a victim.
And
What are you talking about?
you're jealous.
Of what?
Willow's got a thing and Xander's left hanging.
Oh, that's meaningless drivel. I'm not interested in Willow like that.
Yeah, but you got used to being the belle of the ball.
No, it's just this Malcolm guy. What's his deal? You tell me you're not slightly wigged.
I love wigged.
Slightly. I mean, just not knowing what he's really like.
Or who he really is. I mean, sure he says he's a high school student, but I can say I'm a high school student.
You are.
Okay, but I can also say that I'm an elderly Dutch woman. Get me? I mean, who's to say I'm not if I'm in the elderly Dutch chat room?
I get your point. I get your point. Oh, this guy could be anybody. He could be weird or crazy or old or he could be a circus freak. He's probably a circus freak.
Yeah, I mean, we read about it all the time. You know, people meet on the net, they talk, they get together, have dinner, a show, horrible axe murder.
Oh my gosh, Xander.
By a circus freak. Okay, what do we do? What are we doing? Xander, you get me started. We are totally overreacting.
Listen, I know a lot of people hate on Xander, and frankly, he does some detestable things. But I don't know, I still find him funny, and he does legitimately care deeply about his friends. But his point is very apt. You don't know who you're dealing with. Also a good idea when you meet in person with somebody you've been talking with online, meet in a public place, in broad daylight, and make the activity short. This is why a cup of coffee is such a great thing, right? Just enough time to see if who you've been talking with matches up with who you think they are. Giving someone your home address, planning something at night where there's not other people, could be a very dangerous thing, emotionally, but also physically. And now Willow's gonna go beyond simple infatuation into unhealthy relationship territory, and she hasn't even met the guy.
Whoa, you're late, girl.
I overslept.
Till fifth period? Talking to Malcolm last night?
Yeah. What?
Nothing.
You're having an expression.
I'm not. But if I was, it'd be saying this just isn't like you.
Not like me to have a boyfriend?
He's boyfriendly?
I don't understand why you don't want me to have this.
That's not what's going on.
Don't chase me around all the time. I thought you'd be happy for me.
I just want you to be sure. To meet him face to face. In daylight. In a crowded place with some friends.
Yes.
You know, before you become all...
Preach, testify.
Malcolm and I really care about each other.
Do it safe. You don't know that.
Deal if I blow off a couple classes.
I thought you said you overslept.
Malcolm said you wouldn't understand.
Malcolm was right.
So a sign that you or someone you care about has entered into a healthy, controlling, potentially abusive relationship is major changes in personality, major changes in interest, and intense defensiveness. Willow is extremely protective of her relationship with Malcolm. Why? Because on some level she knows the red flags, she knows the warning signs, she's choosing to ignore them, but she's personally insulted when others point them out. This is a sign that you are with somebody who is pushing you to compromise who you are, what you value, or what you have set up for your own emotional or physical safety. Buffy's being a good friend and holding the mirror up, and Willow is, again, very defensive. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you find yourself defending that relationship a lot, and I'm not talking about defending it from the biases and prejudices of other people. I'm talking about people are trying to tell you this doesn't seem safe. This doesn't seem like it's a good fit for you. It seems like it's harming you. You're changing in negative ways. You're not yourself. If you find yourself defending that relationship, ask yourself why. And how did you get here? And be honest with yourself. It feels nice to have attention. It feels nice to have attraction. And sometimes we get so caught up in that we push away everything else. But in order to have healthy, lasting relationships, we need to keep our eyes wide open and our brains fully turned on.
I've never felt this way about anyone before, Willow.
I know what you mean. I feel like you know me better than anyone.
I do.
Do you think we should meet?
I think we should, soon.
I feel like you know me better than anyone. I do. If you've never met face to face, it's literally impossible. It is impossible for someone to actually know you, to fully see you, if they haven't spent time with you. Why? Again, because if you don't have togetherness, if all you have is talking in time, but it's in separate spaces, or it's chatting, or it's webcam, all of that is carefully controlled. And people, even if they're not malicious, put their best foot forward in how they portray themselves. But she's young and naive, and he's taking advantage of that.
I'm nervous.
I'm not. Isn't that strange?
That's what Buffy doesn't understand. How comfortable you can make me feel.
Buffy just makes trouble. That's why she got kicked out of her old school.
How did you know that?
It's on her permanent record.
Oop. Overstepped.
You must have mentioned it.
Tries to correct, but it's too late. Because he's a demon in the internet, and he can find anything.
Let's not worry about her anymore.
I have to sign off. I'll talk to you later.
Don't.
And then, of course, because it's Buffy, it has to have some big supernatural climax, which is awesome, where the demon turns into a cyborg demon, and it's just really funky and really fun. But the important thing is, here, Willow recognizes and listens to that voice inside her own head. She also listens to the voices of the people who care about her, who she can trust. They have been warning her. She has felt it, she's been ignoring it, and now she realizes, oh, these red flags are too big and I'm out. There are people who are invested in manipulating, in abusing, and in isolating you from the people that you care about, so they can gaslight you into seeing them as the sole source of wisdom, love, and affection that you can trust. It is so important to keep your own sense of identity and self intact. To not be so desperate for love and connection that you're willing to throw that out the window and throw caution to the wind. When it comes to online dating, this is where we are. This is society. We date online, we meet people online, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as we exercise caution and recognize that in order to truly know somebody, we need talk, we need togetherness, and we need time. And as Buffy advised Willow, when you have that first date, meet in daylight in a public place, don't give them your address, and keep it short enough that you can get out of there or stay, depending on what you want to do. Now, if you want to learn more about how to date smart and keep yourself safe and increase your chances of success, we've got a course on our membership site, a video course called Smart Dating. And you can try our Mended membership site, which is basically like the Netflix of trauma recovery and relationships. It's got a bunch of healing video courses starring Alicia and I. It's got podcasts. It's got live monthly Q&As where you can interact with us and get your questions answered directly. And you can try that all for just $1 a month using the link here on screen and also in the description below. What Buffy moments do you want me to cover in this series? And what other words of caution would you give Willow based on what you've seen in these clips? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, folks, keep shining. We need your light.